What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Now there's plenty of big news to report, including a former WWE superstar being sued for harassment. Is Ronda Rousey returning to the ring? Matt Hardy hints at his departure. WWE trying to trademark all WCW and ECW pay-per-views. CM Punk trolls on WWE Backstage, as well as confirming whether that dog food was real. Is the Universal Championship actually on the line this Sunday? Mike and Maria Kanellis misled WWE, and why the Big Show wasn't inducted with the NWO. If you want to keep up with the latest wrestling news, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. But let's waste no further time and get straight into the first story, as a former WWE superstar is being sued for harassment. George Murdoch better call his mama, or better yet his lawyer, as the man known as the Funkasaurus Brodus Clay in WWE and Tyrus on the independent circuit is facing a serious accusation made by his un-PC co-host Britt McHenry. McHenry claims that Murdoch sent her a series of lewd texts and photographs of the male anatomy and made comments of her legs and rear end. She also claims that he lied to HR and management that they were both just flirting. She is also suing Fox News. Fox News told TMZ, Miss McHenry's lawsuit recycles the same allegations she filed with the New York State Division of Human Rights in October, to which we filed a response on Friday. As we have previously stated, Miss McHenry's allegations have been fully investigated, and we are confident our actions will be deemed entirely appropriate in litigation. We expect all of her claims to be dismissed. We'll keep you updated on this story as soon as we know more. Next up, Matt Hardy hints that this might be his final run. It's reported that the Woken One's contract is set to expire in February of 2020, and whilst he could be in discussions with WWE to extend or renew it, Hardy has hinted on Twitter that this will be his final run. He tweeted, "Know your value. If someone marginalizes you and doesn't realize your worth, then move on to someone who understands your value. Don't settle for anything less." Hardy has a point, as since his return, all he's done is put over other superstars. Now, don't get us wrong, it's nice to see this, but the way things are going, his WWE career might end with a whimper rather than a bang. Hardy later tweeted, "I need to return to WWE to finish in the right way. I didn't want 2010 to be my finale. I returned in the most epic way and repaid my debt. I waved the WWE flag with pride and worked hard to be a model employee. My conscience is clear and I am at peace." Hopefully Hardy will have the moment he's looking for, but his wife Rebby Hardy, who's been known to be very outspoken on Twitter, hopefully won't hinder those chances, as she recently tweeted about the WWE rubbing her husband's debt in his face whenever they can. She retweeted Matt's tweet and said, "Repaid your debt, but they still rub it in your face every chance they get. That's okay, we don't pretend the less than perfect shit never happened here." Yikes. Let's hope that Hardy's last match won't be on main event with her help. A possible reason why the Big Show wasn't inducted with the NWO. Now, one of the most famous factions in wrestling history, the NWO, will be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2020, but some fans are wondering why the WWE inducted Sean Waltman, who was known as Six Pack and the 7th member to join, and not the 4th or 5th like Ted DiBiase and the Big Show, with the Big Show being a strange omission. Brian Alvarez noted on the Wrestling Observer Live that WWE probably wants to induct the Big Show by himself first, before joining any factions in the Hall of Fame. He wasn't even the Big Show in WCW, so inducting the Giant first might be a bit confusing. Now, the WWE could reveal the Big Show as another inductee this year, but in all honesty, he deserves to be a headliner. But what do you guys think? Next up, CM Punk trolls WWE Backstage, and King Corbin reveals whether the dog food was real. CM Punk returned last night as a guest on WWE Backstage and gave his opinions and booking advice on the current WWE storylines. He gave his ideas on what the WWE should do with the Lana Rusev Lashley storyline, and to be honest, it just sounds like Punk is trolling. Before even giving his booking ideas, he mentioned, "This is what I would do if I was the booker, and I'm not, because I'm sane." He then went on to give the suggestion that Lashley will get sick of her and both he and Rusev will tag together. A pissed off Lana will then get a new tag team to face her ex-lovers, and the winner gets what's in her shark cage, that being Lana. No, we're not making this up. He actually said, "They have a match, they have a blow-off." I don't think Rusev wants to be involved with Lana anymore on screen, so Lana and Bobby go off and do their thing, but Lana grinds on the nerves. Bobby is sick of her. He leaves Lana too. They have another divorce. She gets another tag team to go after Bobby and Rusev, who have become best friends because they have the familiar, the ex-wife. This new tag team with Lana in tow go after them. What they do at WrestleMania? They put Lana in a shark cage because by WrestleMania the new tag team is already so sick of Lana that the loser of the match gets what's in the shark cage. Yeah, outlandish? Well, yeah, but it doesn't seem too outlandish to the storyline that's playing out right now on television. Fox also cut some dialogue out where Punk mentioned the feud could go through Crown Jewel. I don't know if we're still doing shows in Saudi Arabia, but Lana in Saudi Arabia, I've got ideas for that too. Come at me after the show. This line was cut from the YouTube video and only exists on Twitter. Punk also mentioned he liked the dog food segment involving King Corbin and Roman Reigns on SmackDown, and Punk asked whether the dog food was real. I saw you cover Roman and dog food, so my instant analysis was that's real dog food, and I know it is because I can see Vince saying, "We gotta use real dog food. It's gotta be real dog food." It doesn't, but knowing him. King Corbin then confirmed it was 1000% real dog food, which is pretty disgusting. They didn't even water it down. Next up, did Mike and Maria Kanellis mislead WWE? Mike Kanellis just a few weeks ago followed the trend of Luke Harper and Sin Cara by handing his notice for release to WWE. The only thing is, releases have been granted for both Harper and Cara, but not for Kanellis. His request was put through only 4 months after he and his wife signed new deals with WWE, reportedly earning $250,000 per year for the next 5 years. However, there seems to be a good reason why WWE haven't granted Mike his release. WWE Hall of Famer Bubba Ray Dudley, aka Bully Ray, discussed why on the Busted Open Radio podcast. "I've heard rumours, and not internet rumours and dirt sheet rumours. I've heard talk of some scuttlebutt amongst the boys that Mike and Maria might have misled the WWE when their new contracts were signed. I don't know this for a fact, but I'm saying maybe the WWE didn't want to release them because they want to keep them and get their money's worth out of them. Knowing Vince, this might be the case, but do you guys think it is? After knowing what they did to Luke Harper, and you can check that out in our previous video, it really wouldn't put it past us." Next up, is the Universal Championship actually on the line this Sunday? The Miz vs Bray Wyatt has been advertised as a non-title match. There's no mention on WWE.com that the match will have the belt on the line, but oddly enough, during the Bumps livestream, a graphic at the bottom notes that the belt is on the line. Is it on the line, or is this just a graphic botch? Maybe they might announce that this Sunday. Next up, WWE trying to trademark old WCW and ECW pay-per-view names. WWE has recently been on a trademarking spree. Why? Well, after news broke that AEW will be using the Bash at the Beach name for a Dynamite special, WWE has even considered legal action to stop AEW using the name, as they say it's familiar to the WWE pay-per-view The Bash, something which they haven't used in years. So knowing WWE's pettiness, they don't want AEW to get their hands on any defunct WCW and ECW pay-per-view names, including Fully Loaded, well, that being a WWE pay-per-view, Living Dangerously, Heatwave, Anarchy Rules, World War III, Shaytown Rumble, Sin, Sold Out, New Blood Rising, Hog Wild, Capital Combat, Road Wild, Greed, Uncensored, Spring Stampede, The Day Of, Mayhem, Beach Blast, Massacre on 34th Street, Hardcore Heaven, and Eat Sleep Conquer Repeat. Now WWE could be reviving these pay-per-views, or it has no intention of using them, just hoarding them so AEW can't use them. And our last story today, is Ronda Rousey returning to the ring? The big question is, when will Rowdy Ronda return to the squared circle? Fans have been asking this since Rousey dropped the Raw Championship at WrestleMania 35, with the WWE leaving the door open for a rematch following the controversial finish. Rousey has been busy on television, appearing in Total Divas as well as the Fox drama 911. The baddest woman on the planet recently spoke to people about if and when she'll step back into the ring. "I think I need to figure out a different way of doing it, to be able to not have to choose a career over family or family over career and kind of find that happy medium. Right now I think my family needs my undivided attention. I'm happy to give them that, but I'm trying to figure out a way or a system or somehow that I could give both my family and the WWE the best of me and not be half-ass in both." Rousey put over the current roster saying, "The girls are doing amazing right now. I really don't think that I'm that necessary in what's going on. I think they're crushing it, and I really did want to bring a spotlight to what they're doing and let them stand in it. I think it's kind of better. They're better off with me taking a step away right now and kind of finding their stride without me. I would love to add to what they're doing. I don't want to ever be a hindrance or take away from what they're doing or steal the spotlight from some up and coming girls that deserve it more than me. Do you guys want to see Rousey return to the WWE, or is the women's division better off without her? Be sure to leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.